This is Dave Gaming, and I'm here to finally review Trolls World Tour. I know people probably already reviewed this movie, but I'm here to give my opinion on this colorful piece of crap movie. It's like, I wouldn't call it a piece. It is colorful. I wouldn't say it's crap, but it ain't good either. There's too many contrivances in this movie. They just couldn't pick which one to go with. The resolution is forced. Um, the conflict is for in itself is forced. It's just like they just threw a villain together. It's just started doing whatever, doing whatever they want to. Didn't matter whether it makes the story make sense or not. It didn't matter. They just went with it. It just has university written all over it. Copying and paste. Oh my goodness. Everything that went wrong, it was either the fault of Poppy or could be pointed back to her. She brought the ring that she was supposed to protect now with her. No, her first mistake was leaving her home in the first place. She's the queen, the head of the village. She should be leaving the village, leaving her people unprotected from attack. That was her fault. Okay, she's a terrible queen who left her people unprotected and unguarded. For when they got attacked, they had nobody, no leadership to guide her because she wanted to go out on her own and do what she wanted to do. Made no sense. Let it become to you because he's going to come to you eventually. And then confront her on those terms. You don't go to the enemy without protecting your own base. Base is protected. Dummy. But these, it's not. You wouldn't thought that the show would be mad at the queen for leaving them unprotected. No, they act like nothing. It wasn't. They act like it didn't affect. There is no consequence of this movie. There is no causation and effect. There's no reaping. It's just causation. It's a sowing and no reaping. There's no consequence to her action other than her village being short and nobody having a rational response to it. If I go back and say it's like how do I say? It's like when they were on the boat. What the blue troll was saying should have been what the whole village was saying to her when she returned and found her village destroyed. That's how it should have been. It should have been that she went back eventually to make sure that her town was safe. And when she got back, her town was destroyed. And she feels, no, she doesn't necessarily feel remorse about anything she has done up from the beginning. She started to the end. None. She doesn't apologize. She doesn't say, I'm sorry, I messed up. No. It's none of that. You don't get no apologies, no nothing. It's like, something happens, her fault, they gloss over it. Something happens, her fault, they gloss over it. They lightly scold her, but take some hard back, but they no real response to it. And no action taken that would suggest that she learned the lesson. I was wrong. You were right. You did everything right. See, this was wrong for bad writing. No, she didn't do everything right. Just because her actions had negative consequences, but then ended up turning out okay in the end, does not mean that she did everything right. She did a lot of things wrong. Actually, did everything wrong. Just because it turned out right in the end, don't make it a difference. If they wrote the story right, so that the ending would make sense, people wouldn't have a problem with this movie in the first place. I mean, other than it being another form of sing. It's sing without the audition. what you get with this movie is another soundtrack. It's a sound bite to advertise for the singers in this movie because and a toy advertisement. A toy advertisement. I see why this movie got 54% rating in Rotten Tomatoes. It was not really that great. It's not going to blow you over, but then this is directed for kids. But it's good distraction for little kids. Just ages age to almost have a brain. Levels of rational thought. The moment they reach rational thought, it's not going to be good. This movie's not going to be good to them. But for kids, it's a good distraction. It's a good movie to put on to distract your kids, which you should be really teaching your kids, not trying to distract. That's not parenting. It's not just. They need to be learning something. They ain't gonna learn nothing from this movie. Not a single solitary lesson at all. Music is within us, blah blah, and it's not a lesson you're going to learn. You get anyway. Not very much to say about this movie. Many other different movies to watch, except for Mulan. I haven't seen it, but I've seen part of it. And at first, I didn't realize it was Mulan until somebody told me it was. And I said, "This does not look like Mulan at all. It looks like a Japanese film." Low budget Japanese film. It's how I'm getting to a different review. I have to watch Mulan when I've heard it was boring. I'm probably gonna think it's boring too. I don't know. We'll see when we watch it. But until next time, this is DF Gaming signing out.